Hi, I'm Paul Friedman, founder of the Marriage Foundation. And the topic today is 3 reasons to avoid arguments. And you're going to want to pay attention to this one. Hi, welcome back. And this being the holiday season, we're offering a very special discount to our subscribers and those of you who happen upon this video. It's a huge discount on the online course, whether it's for men or for women. It's the best price you will ever have, and it's a limited time only. I urge you to take advantage of it. Hi, welcome back. I'm Paul Friedman, and this topic is 3 reasons to avoid arguing. And you might say, well, I don't mean to argue, it just happens. And I'm going to say to you, no, that's not what happens. What happens is one of you is the initiator. Now, if it's your husband or wife who's the initiator and they initiate, and they may initiate with more than one comment or more than one action, it's not an argument until you react. And so hold back on your reaction and you won't have an argument. It's really that simple. And if you're the one who wants to initiate an argument by being a mean person, I got to tell you, a number of expressions ran through my mind before I settled on mean person. One of them began with an A. So you don't have to start an argument. You could hold your tongue, think about it, and go, do I really want to argue? And I'm going to give you 3 good reasons why not. Number 1, when you argue, it becomes a habit and it starts to define you. And it defines you in a negative way. You effectively, and not you, and I'm going to go a little deep here. You're a soul, not you. You are a soul. And I don't care whether you go, oh no, I may have a soul, but I'm not a soul. The truth is you are a soul. God created man in his own image. He created man, women, and his own image isn't fingers and toes. It's love and joy. You're a soul. You have a mind, you have a body, but you're a soul. And so when I say it defines you, I'm talking about sort of the outer you. And that outer you has a name. It's called the ego. That's what we are to people. We're the ego, which is a combination of us, the soul, and us, the mind. It's kind of a blend. And unfortunately, we are not taught these things growing up as children. And so we don't know that. What we do know, wrongly, is we look in the mirror and go, oh, I am so beautiful. Oh, I am so handsome. Oh, look at my hair. Well, yes, you may have hair, but that isn't you. And I don't have hair, and it's still me. I used to have lots of hair. I'm not my body. You're not your body. You're not your mind. You are a soul. Love and joy. That's who you are. But we're not taught this. And so we don't learn that. And so what follows is very important. If we did learn that, then we would learn that the mind is a product of the body and the soul. And so what happens is, and please follow me with this, and I know it's deep. Even when I was teaching marriage counselors these teachings, they would sit there with their jaws hanging because this is really deep stuff. So what we are to other people is our reactions. You know, if you're moved by things, you go to a movie and you're one of the people who sits there and starts to cry when Bambi is lost, you become defined as a very sensitive person. You see? Well, if you argue every time something comes up, you pretty soon start getting defined as a contentious person. Now, your spouse, if you know how to be married, your spouse overlooks that and stays on the level of love. But who doesn't know that is you. You start seeing yourself as a contentious person. And you may word it differently. You may go, hey, that's who I am. But this contentiousness that is defining you is actually just your reactive habits. And it's not you. And when you get swallowed up by your own reactive habits, guess what doesn't happen? You stop feeling love. Instead, you go into your emotions and you feel anger, you feel defensive, you feel isolated, you feel oppressed, you have all of these mind feelings, and you're not feeling the feeling in your heart of love. And that's the problem. So don't define yourself as a person who argues by not arguing. Okay, number 2. This is really important. Number 2 is that it undermines the very thing you got married for. Why did you get married? You know, when I first started helping couples, it actually began with one couple. I was a divorce mediator until 2001, when a couple asked me to help them save their marriage. And I said, I'll help you. We have nothing to lose. Your marriage counselor who sent you to me declared your marriage dead, so why not give it a try? And so I said, give me some time. I need to look at marriage from how I see things. And so first thing I did was I started to ask people, well, why do you get married in the first place? I was shocked that I had that question because I didn't have that answer. But over time, I started asking people, and everyone said the exact same thing. I fell in love. Wonderful. But that doesn't really tell me why you get married. Okay, so you fell in love. Big deal. And it is a big deal. But I wanted to get to the bones. So I said, yeah, but what is it that we really want? Why do we get married? And I came to the conclusion, and I've stayed with this conclusion over 25 years, that what we want is we want to be happy, which happens to tie in with the number one craving of all human beings. We crave happiness. And what delivers happiness? You see, all the dots start connecting. What creates happiness? Love. Love. I mean, we could say, well, if I got a raise at work, I would be happy. If I got a new car, or if I got this beautiful house, I would be happy. Not for long. Ask anybody who's wealthy. Does your wealth create happiness? None of them can say yes, because it's not true. Most wealthy people, and I know many wealthy people, love to work. They don't even really care that much about the money. The money is a way of keeping score. So in a material world, everyone thinks, oh, you know, if I just had more money, I would be happy, but it's not true. But what is true is that when you experience love, doesn't matter whether you're rich or poor, doesn't matter whether you're black or white or green or brown, if you experience love, you're happy. Not only are you happy, but nothing can penetrate that happiness except when you start building the momentum of an argument. It undermines that happiness and it blocks the love. Can't get more simple than that. So you want to avoid arguing as best you can. And the way to do that is to learn about marriage. I've written 2 books, Breaking the Cycle and Lessons for Happy Marriage. They're incredible. Just go to Amazon and see what people say, or go to our website and learn about marriage. It will really help you. But let's move on to number 3 for reasons to avoid arguments. This is the last one. Number 3, and this is going to surprise you. It's bad for your nervous system. You may go, what does that have to do with anything? Well, don't you want to be happy? We just discussed this. You do. Well, your nervous system is carrying message all day back and forth to and from your brain. And you want a calm nervous system. And the way to have a calm nervous system physiologically is to slow down your breathing. Believe it or not, That's what it'll do. Why? Because that will slow down your heart. And what does that do to your nervous system? It gives it a rest. And how does that help you? Well, how do you feel when you wake up in the morning? I mean, if you are all agitated because you have something to do, your heart is going too fast, your breathing is going too fast, you're agitated, you don't feel good. But if you wake up with calmness because you had a good dream and everything was fine, your breathing's slower, your heart rate's slower, and you feel good. And then you have a cup of coffee and you feel even better. At least I do. I love coffee in the morning. So your nervous system is your physiological carrier of all sorts of messages. Calm it down. If you argue, it's going to become excited, agitated, and lessen your receptivity to the one reason you got married for, love and happiness. I hope you like this video. You could hit the like. I hope that you share it with others. I hope that you leave a comment if you have something to say, or you could write to one of our counselors. It's free. And if you want to subscribe so you could hear more videos, that's great. God bless you and take care. Thank you.